the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
So it's tough to run play action when the defense is like, yeah, you better not run it, or we're gonna sit you down. So this past week, though, I don't know why, because James Cook looked good. We had some good. I felt like we had some good. I don't even want to say strategy for it. I just felt like we lined up against the Giants and we felt like we could run better than their defenders could stop us. And I think we did for the most part. But again, we just didn't do the things that Josh Allen is great with. You know, he's a freak of nature. Like a lot of these quarterbacks, you know, it's like, you know, they're good. You put them in there and it's like, go ahead, play. But I think there's something to be said when you know, okay, yeah, Patrick Mahomes can do everything, but he's great here. Josh Allen can do everything, but he's great here. I think when you find those offensive coordinators or head coaches that can put your quarterback in situations where they're always great, that's when you see the success that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes has together. Because Andy Reid is saying, no, Mahomes does this stuff well, even without Tyreek Hill, even without, you know, this is what he does great. We're going to make sure this is what happens. So just looking for Dorsey to grow in that way when it comes to Josh.
Is James Cook, because there was a lot of hype coming into the year that James Cook, it was like his job now. He was going to be the lead back. He obviously was really good at Georgia a couple years ago. Is he just not an every down back? Has he just not lived up to the hype? Is it offensive line issues? Is it personnel issues? Why do you think James Cook kind of hasn't settled in there as the guy that a lot of people thought he was going to be coming into the year?
Well, I think that he has. I think that he just had, you know, that game in Jacksonville was a really, 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 really bad game. Like, so, I mean, if you're going to classify something as horrible, that was a horrible game for him. But otherwise, if you look at the rest of the season, you know, he hit 100 yards once. He came close to 100 yards another game. So there's games where he's getting above 60 and 70 yards. And he's scoring touchdowns now. He's still a part of the passing game. So I think it's his job. I just think, you know, when you're in an offense where your best two players need to be involved in the passing game, so that being Josh Allen has to throw it and Stephon Diggs needs to catch it, I think there's only so much out of an RB1 for that team that you can really expect. I don't even think, I know the Bills are always like linked to like Derrick Henry or whatever big running back is possibly a free agent or a trade candidate. I don't even think the Bills would properly use a Derrick Henry if we had him, because the team is built to be around Josh Allen and his arm. You have a Stephon Diggs who needs to catch the ball. So I just don't see us ever really having an RB1. That's why I tell everybody before the season starts for fantasy football, like, yeah, if Cook is there, you know, late, take him. He's going to give you some good points of value. But if you're trying to draft a strong running back in the first couple of rounds and you're depending on James Cook to be that, it's probably not the best case.
How much of James Cook, when you look at what he was a year ago versus now, what's been the biggest development for him as a running back?
To be honest, I think it's just opportunity. If you look at last year, he averaged, I believe it was like 5.3 or 5.4 yards per carry for the season. But he was behind Devin Singletary, who's now down in Houston, and he's doing a pretty good job backing up Pierce. But now that Cook has the opportunities, you're starting to see that, hey, he knows what he's doing. He's actually able, and it's not a fluke. That 5 yard per carry average is actually like, it's who he is as a running back. He knows how to hit the hole. He knows how to fall forward and fight for those yards while protecting the ball. So I think if we're able to see just some more opportunities, and I think with Damien Harris going down, I think it hasn't been announced yet, but I think the team is planning on bringing Ty Johnson from our practice squad up. And with that being the case, Ty Johnson's a good backup running back, but you know, is going to be James Cook.
Would you have rather gone Leonard Fournette? Because I know that visit was canceled because it looks like Ty Johnson's going to come in there. Are you good with Ty Johnson instead of Fournette?
I'm good with Ty. I think with Fournette, when you look at Fournette, I think he's done some things in the past that makes you obviously want to kick the tires on it. But if you look at the last couple of years, I just think now it could have been just overall the way the year it's gone last year when it comes to the Buccaneers. You know, it's Tom Brady's way out. You know, so it's a bunch of different factors that can play into it. But over the last couple of years, I think the name is bigger than what the production will bring. And because of that, I think they will try to utilize him because of his name. And right now, I just think the running attack, this is the best running attack that we've had since Josh Allen has been quarterback. So I don't want to tamper with it. Like, so bring Ty Johnson up. I don't want to bring any big names in and disrupt any of the chemistry that the run attack has so far. Keep it as is. Keep it as is.
I like it. Do you think right now, if you neutral site, you had to pick, who do you think is the better football team right now? The Miami Dolphins or the Buffalo Bills?
It's the Bills.
Why?
I think the Bills